Okay, so we always start with effleurage. Get enough oil or cream on, warm it up on your hands. If we're working through the lower limb, we need to ensure we're taking in the Achilles tendon and right up to the origin of the gastroc, which is the femoral condyles. Whole hand moulding. Effleurage. Effleurage is from effleurer, to stroke in French. Client with more hair, you want to make sure you place more cream or oil to ensure that the hairs don't pull. And we need a little bit more. Once you've mastered effleurage, it's the same techniques everywhere in the body. More pressure up, less pressure down. More pressure up, less pressure down. Moulding. You can use the V of the hands, less pressure over the back of the knee. And the way to know whether you've warmed up the tissue is always check with the back of your hand. Then we can apply reinforced effleurage, one hand on top of the other, and less pressure. More pressure up, less pressure down. More pressure up, less pressure down. Going right over the back of the knee, which is the origin of your gastrocnemius. Insertion point is the calcaneus and the Achilles tendon. You can do 1,000 hands, which is another form of effleurage, again trying to take in both Soleus and Gastroc. We have perineals on the lateral aspect, tib posterior on the medial. And we've got the popliteal muscle on the back of the knee. Once we feel we've done enough of that, we can go on to kneading. Kneading is sort of the Rolls-Royce move. So, I would always start kneading with fingers and thumbs. Fingers and thumbs on the Achilles tendon. Obviously we have a prop in place. You can have the ankles hanging over the edge. So spend a bit of time here. Fingers and thumbs. Then we work our way up. And it's a sort of scooping action. So the key here is to scoop, squeeze and lift. Scoop, squeeze and lift. Think about the whole hand taking in the muscle. So we've got the lateral aspect of the gastroc and the soleus. Nice and slow and steady. This is a deeper technique. Work your way up and down the muscles, making sure that you're taking in all the muscle groups. So remember, it's a scoop, squeeze and lift. Kneading. Break it up with effleurage. We have splitting heads of gastroc, thumbs all the way up to the triceps surae and over the condyles. Splitting heads of gastroc, deeper technique. We then have transverse work. So this can be done with the whole of the thumb. Nice and steady. And we can also do this with the heel of the hand. So easing away across the fibres, all the way over, all the way up to the back of the knee. We can then apply transverse work, and we can go across using fingers or thumbs. So we're just going across the fibres. Your fibres lie longitudinally, and it's important to work your way across and, up and across. Taking your time as you do this. Checking with your client about pressure throughout. Transverse fingers. If you feel that you can, then we can also do this with thumbs. So more pressure over, less pressure back. More pressure over, less pressure back. Again, checking to see the client in terms of pressure the whole time. Effleurage in between to spread the oil, but also to push any lymph towards the popliteal bursa.